First of all, for the business, English, when we talk about, English and virtual meetings. The most important thing, that we are going to cover is, to understand, what are some of the basic rules, what's the thing to avoid, what are best practices, how different way to communicate in different platform, and how to create an impact. I mean, how you can just attend, do the meetings, and bring your audience attention to this meetings, because sometimes the meetings are very boring. First about business, English. Now, one thing is that to be successful in anything in life, you have to do three things. You have to learn, prepare, and have confidence to speak. Now, this is applies to all kind of business English which you're talking about, whether you're going for interviews, whether you are, recording a Zoom, whether you are meeting your friends, whether you're meeting your clients, whether you're meeting anyone. So please ensure that you have to learn. I mean, when I say learn, I mean your English. So with respect to your meeting, so let's say if you are attending any meeting, you should know why the meeting is happening. Okay, so if the meeting is about business development, or meeting is about your internship, or meeting is about any other thing, so you should know first. Secondly, the most important, that you should prepare for the meeting. Don't just go meeting as if you are a guest in the meeting, because then you cannot contribute to the meeting. And always remember, in the meeting, if you can contribute intelligently, that have more impact. Think like this: in a meeting, you have a boss, five, six senior members, and and contribute in a very positive way. Positive way could be, you can highlight some issues, you can give some solutions, you can give some advantages, something which benefits to everyone. It helps. So my suggestion is that before you go for a meeting, spend half an hour, 45 minutes to prepare for the meeting. Okay, and that gives you confidence as how to be a good speaker or attendee. Okay. Now, some of the mistakes to avoid. Okay. Now, there are a lot of, okay, so I'll talk from my experience, because I speak to a lot of people in Indonesia. Uh, so, I think one important thing which I feel that, because English is not a language of Indonesian, I find, people use wrong word, sometimes, and it creates a lot of confusion rather than solving the problem. Okay. Now I'll give you a small example. When people, the way Indonesians speak, uh, they try to convert that, and they talk in the Zoom in the same language. So they just try to convert Bahasa in English in their mind, and then they talk. But I tell you, sometimes, they don't use the right word. So there have been many instances where I get confused, whether they are rude, or whether they actually meant that. So my suggestion and my feedback is that, when you just do direct conversion of the word, you sound very rude, and especially if you're talking to people outside Indonesia. And I'll give you one very simple example. And so I was talking to someone in in English, Indonesian guy. So I told him that, okay, how, about some topic, and he replies to me, uh, first you complete, then I will do it. So when you say someone, first you complete, I will do it, mean that he's ordering you that, he will not do it until you complete it. But his intention was not there. His intention was there that after you complete your work, I will do it. You're getting my point. So I think you need to understand. I will take you to some words which you should use, but it's always good idea to use the word please, may I, can, if you don't mind, all this word, rather putting a direct one line, because like I said, sometimes it's very dangerous. I really feel, I feel, that person is very rude to me. But then I think that no, his intention is not that. But many people may not think like that. Okay. And since all of you are young, I would really suggest you to use this word and phrases. And this is also which I see same thing. When people are absolutely, when you try to convert, you say you are absolutely wrong. You don't know anything. You are talking rubbish. Of course, you are just converting the word. Maybe Bintang, can help me. If she has to say something, she will say. She's very Bintang is very polite. I think she has taken some good courses. I think. But it's very it's don't use harsh word like this, like you're absolutely wrong. This is a very rude way to tell anyone. You can say that, I think I disagree. I'm sorry, but I disagree. These are the polite words. Like you are talking rubbish. I don't know, what do you say in Bahasa? Is it in Bahasa? You may just say, what do you say, Bintan, in Bahasa?
Rubbish, omong kosong. Like,
if you don't like something, what do you say in Bahasa? Forget about this.
Okay. You are talking rubbish is omong kosong, seperti itu.
Yeah, so
like
Bahasa is not so rude.
I don't. Yes, in Bahasa is not so rude, but if we speak in English, then it becomes rude.
It's because, and that is actually, I feel it, and I tell you, because I speak with many people, that is something which you need to avoid. Okay, so please don't just convert it into English, Bahasa into English and start talking. If you want to convert, use the word. Please, may I can, I'm sorry, please don't mind, and all these things. So then your rudeness get little bit, because I know English is not your first language. Okay. Now, of course, I'm going to take you some detailed one, which I'm going to take in a while. Okay. Now, like these are the few other words, like that it is very hard to execute. So, like I said, by talking in a very direct way, you can use some simple words. I mean, sometimes using direct, for example, it is very hard to, you just say, it's very hard, I cannot do it. Okay. So when you say it's very hard, I cannot do it, and you just converting it Bahasa from English, right? Because it's a very polite way to, but it sounds very difficult. So it's better you said that it's very difficult. I think it's very difficult. Rather said that I cannot do it. If you say I cannot do it, I feel that you are lazy and you don't want to do it. But if you say it's difficult, then I can understand. And this happens to me, and this is all the experience which I have failed. So many time where you use, for example, the design is very boring. I don't like it. If you say someone like this, and if I am there, I feel, oh my god, this guy is actually very. Or you say that, sir, design is little bit, we can improve it, and then it's just like, okay, one thing is always there, and this in English, I don't know, I've not attended this earlier session, but always remember one thing: when you talk to someone, politeness makes friends, and rudeness create distance. Okay. So don't try to, even if you feel that, the person is wrong, don't try to be rude. Okay. Because if you be a rude, that person will not talk to you. Whoever it is, whether it's a senior or junior, doesn't matter, or friends. If you're polite to him, you have more. Okay. So please try to use that politeness when you do it. Okay. I've already spoken how to prepare because, I don't want to waste time. But just one way to prepare the meeting is, let's say tomorrow, you are attending a sales meeting, okay, and your boss tell you to attend the sales meeting with the client. Let's say Unilever. Okay, Unilever is a big, or Astra Group. Now, in that, you may ask what I should prepare for the meeting, right? There are many things to prepare for the meeting. The things could be, finding the, like, how big is the client, how much they are buying, which product they're interested, what are different product you can sell, what are the prices they'll be interested, what are the quantity you can do, what are the different offers you can make, what are the different solution you can do. Now, one problem which I see, especially in young people, is they're not solution oriented. Everybody comes with the problem, you know. If I tell, we have so many friends here in this. If I ask all the friends that, okay, tell me one problem of your life, okay, and I'm sure that you will all send me a lot of questions, and you will send me five problems. Forget about one problem, okay. But then if I ask you, give me one solution of your life, I tell you nobody will give me, okay. But it is a hard fact that in the corporate world, if when you're going to go soon, people like solution. People don't like problems. You cannot go to your boss and say, my fan is not working, client is not picking up phone, I cannot do this, tea, coffee taste is not good, my chair is shaking, I cannot write mail, client is not responding. You cannot do all this thing. I'm telling you, your boss will sack you. I can guarantee you. But every day, if you can give only one solution, you will become the CEO in 10 years. I can guarantee you. Okay. So, and solution, I'm not asking you to, solve the problem of world war. I'm not telling you solve the problem of Ukraine war. That's not the solution I'm asking you. I'm asking the simple solution of your life. Okay. The simple solution is when you work something, if client is not picking up your phone, find a way to connect with him. Connect with his friend, connect with his secretary, go meet him in the office, find solution. Don't come and cry, said, I cannot find the secretary, I cannot find them. No, that's not. And I find this, many people, they stop thinking, and this is not good. And you are all young people and all young professionals. Don't stop thinking. And this is how you also grow in the English as well. When you talk English, if you have solution, you can communicate better. Okay, and this is how it helps you improve English as well. Okay, so please, because I work with a lot of a youngster, I tell them to do something, and after some time they stop. Okay, sir, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I mean, how can I tell you what to do? You have to use your mind. You're all adults, right? You're all 18, 21-year-old. You cannot ask. I'm sure that none of us go and ask our parent, right? Which movie we should see when we are, which friend we should hang out, which food we should eat. We don't do that because we take decision. Then why you can't find solution in job? That's what you should do. Okay, so that's what I mean preparation. Okay, prepare with solution, and mark my word. In the meeting, if you can give 2 or 3 good suggestion and solution, you create very big impact. Your boss is looking at you. One thing, always remember, appraisal doesn't happen on the last day. Okay. All of you are young. When you go to the big companies like, UOB or any other company, okay, large corporate, bank, multinational, BNI, Parmata, all these companies, appraisal doesn't happen on the last day. Your boss appraise you every moment. Your boss keep eyes on you every moment. He talks about you with his colleague, okay, about your qualities, who can be potential, who can move to, who can be a manager, who can be a big person. He talks, and this, I have done it. My boss has done for me. We all do like this, okay? So if in the meeting you give some 2-3 good suggestion, or you try to give some 2-3 good points, immediately your boss can see. And see in the meeting, many people, they will keep quiet. I see one thing which I see in Indonesia, people attend 20-30 people attend meeting, but nobody talks. Then what's the point of attending the meeting if you don't want to talk? You're not robots. Give your suggestion, feedback. Say, sir, I want to say something. I have this suggestion. Okay, nobody stop. Okay, see, people like if you speak. Don't worry. I think many of you get scared that, okay, if my boss is there, I should not speak. But that's not a good idea. Okay, one thing which I would like to tell you, that when you speak intelligently. Don't try to speak some crap. Okay, so if you want to speak anything, please speak. Listen properly in the meeting, take notes, and also speak. Okay, and finally, be confident. Okay, so confidence is is always remember what is a confidence. Okay, so confidence is not about giving all the answers. No, that's not confidence. The confidence is how you can handle the situation. Okay, answers can be right, answers can be wrong. We all do mistakes, but don't try to give wrong answers. If you don't know anything, don't give any answers, but try to be other way. For example, if you don't know anything, you can say that, that I don't know, I can't answer. Okay. Or you can say that, this question I don't answer, but I will come back to you. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't know this question. I will come back to you. Let me find. That's a confidence. Always remember, just winning all the argument is not makes you a winner. Okay. You have to win over the people. That's more important. Okay. If I argue with Bintang and Bintang argue with me, and I win just because I feel that so, but I know that I will lose Bintang because next time she will not argue with me, right? So argument always doesn't win. Okay? So try to win over people, not argument. Okay. So what this is few things which you should avoid. Avoid inappropriate word. Like I said, Indonesian, when you convert, you use a lot of harsh word. Avoid that. Don't be inappropriate. Talk relevant. Okay. You don't have to talk. Okay. One important thing in business English, don't try to talk or use long sentences. I see many people use long sentences. I don't, this mean this, because this is this, because this is this. No, no, please don't do that. Try to break the sentences, okay? Please do that. Now, one more important thing which I would like to tell you, which I see a lot in this, that people keep on talking. Same word you explain in two different lines. For example, you say that this client is good because he has given us 5 business. Then after 1 minute, you will again come back that he is good because of this. I see you, because you are not able to speak in English, you speak the same thing in 5 lines. Repeat for 5 minutes the same thing. Don't do that, because A, you're wasting time. B, speaker or listener know what you want to speak. So speak in a very clear way. So for example, if I have to speak about 5 good quality of the client, I will just say that I think the client has 5 good qualities. Quality A, you talk about 1. Quality B, talk about this. Quality 3, talk about this. Quality 4, talk about this. Quality 5, talk. Finish. After that, again, don't go. I mean like this. I think like this. I do like this. No, because you are repeating the same thing again and again. And this again is my observation, that I see people repeating the same thing again and again. And and this led half an hour meeting to 2-hour meeting, because time has value. Okay. Another thing which I see in online meeting, that people start talking, and you tell them one very important thing, which in online meeting happens. You tell them that the meeting is 12 o'clock, people will come at 12:30. Okay. And 12:30, they will keep talking and make meeting till 2:30. Now tell me one thing, is this productive? Is it efficient? 12 o'clock meeting continue till 12:30. Do you think that you are talking about business till 12:30? The answer is no. Okay. So this why A, don't be late, finish meeting on time. Very important. Okay. Now, how do you do that? And this what I have also followed now, because earlier when I used to keep meeting, okay, let's say if I have to meet with Bintang, okay, or someone in the corporate world, earlier I say, okay, let's start meeting at 11 o'clock. Then people think that 11 o'clock meeting will start, they can join, and then they can continue. But that's not a good way, because you are wasting time for everyone. Okay. So what is the best way? The best way is that you say that meeting is for 11 to 12, finish. Or meeting is from 11 to 11:30. Then you don't waste time. You talk very focused way, and the meeting is very effective. See, only attending meeting will not give you business. Okay, try to understand that. Okay, attending business. So you have to plan yourself. Do short meetings. Be on time. Fix the time so that everybody can plan. It's not about you. Just you also do the same mistakes. I also do the same mistakes. We all do mistakes because we don't realize this. So next time, what you should do, you fix the meeting. Okay, from meeting is from 11 to 12, and everybody has to. And at 12 o'clock sharp, meeting closes. No more discussion, no more argument. Okay. Okay. Now, some of the best communication. This I'm going to attend. Discuss this. Now, I need some volunteer. Do we have volunteer who would like to speak here? Any volunteer who want to speak? I'll just take one pause. Anyone who wants to speak? I think nobody wants to open their cameras. Everybody's angry with me. Everybody, are you angry with me? Can you please switch on your cameras? I want to say hello to you. Let's see how many friends we have. Come on, guys. Switch on your camera.
Rivguru?
Yes, Vinia. Good, Vinia. So I have one friend. Vinia, hello, Vinia. How are you? Vinia, how are you?
How are you, Mr.?
Hello, good, Vinya. I like people, okay, Vishnu, my friend, is also there. Oh, Burika is also there. Good. We have so many friends now. Any more friends wants to talk to me? Why you are shy? How you will attend the meeting if you be behind the scene? So yesterday I met someone, a professor, a rector, on the call, and he said students, they don't like to on the camera. I asked him why. He said, I don't know. But he said, I don't like to teach if students don't want to put the camera on. Maybe Burika can help me. Is it right?
Yeah, most of my students also don't want to show their face during the online.
My suggestion is how you will face the corporate world if you want to hide your camera. Tomorrow you have to meet all the head of department, CEO of the big bank. How you will have to meet the client and everyone. So please switch on your cameras, interact with confidence. That's what I'm trying. This is practice for you. If you don't practice here, I mean, so of course, you see that, Vishnu, Bintang, of course, they are also my colleague, but they can communicate so well, because they all are very confident, and confident is one thing that you are not shy about yourself. Burika, I'm sure she's a professor, so she's quite senior to me, and she's a very good. So she teaches a lot of people. But as a professional, if you don't be confident to open the camera in the meet in this kind of Zoom, how you feel confidence to face the corporate? I don't think so. You can do this. So please do that. It's okay if you don't want to do it, but please, for the professor meetings, for the professor classes, do it. Unless you are seeing movies when your teaching is going on, that's a separate thing, or you're playing games. Okay. But it's okay. I think Vinya is outside. Vinya, you can switch off your camera. But thank you for doing it. You are a rock star. Okay, Vinya? Good. You'll do good.
I'm so sorry.
No worries. I can understand. Okay. So good. So I think, but okay, this is one of the lesson which you guys should follow. Please switch on the camera next time whenever plan your meeting in a way where you can take the meeting properly. Don't try to do many things with your meetings. Okay. And that's an important thing. Okay, so let me just take you to something which I prepared earlier. So, okay, so just quickly, few points. Okay, start the meeting, Zoom meeting. Okay, please to start the meeting, use some general terms. Okay, like how are you, good morning, pleasure to meet you. Always make people confident. Okay, about how you do things. And so that's first thing you should do. Second is, before you start, you tell that, okay, thanks for joining. Keep the agenda. Like I said, don't make 1 hour meeting to 2 hour, 3 hour. It's not good. Okay. So when you start the meeting, put the agenda properly that we are going to discuss ABCD things. Thanks everyone for joining. For clarification, okay, I think please say, could you please repeat, or, if you can speak closely, please, thank you. Those words are very effective in life. I think Vishnu, Ibudika, you can switch off the camera. Sorry, it was meant for the students. Okay, please. Yeah, please. You can switch off. It's okay. You can switch off. I mean, it was meant for the students. Yeah, I'm sorry to disturb you. Okay. So if you have any clarification, you have to use those clarification word. How to, explain. Could you please explain? See, again, like I said, the problem is that, I find most of the Indonesian students, their English is good. Okay. You just need to little bit tweak here and there. Okay. Uh, Try to use short words or short sentences. Try to add few words, sorry, my apologies, thankful, and all those things. And try to don't repeat the same thing. If you follow these 2-3 things, I'm sure that your efficiency will go up drastically. Okay? So these are something which you should do. I mean, can you please explain this point? I'm going to share this PPT to you, so you can use this PPT, and of course, memorize it if you want to memorize 1 or 2 things. Okay, break or leave. Okay, if you want to go, one thing which I find that uh, in the meeting, and again, it's whatever I'm telling you is a feedback. It's not a complaining. So please. So like in many cases, I find that people say that I need to go to toilet. In the Zoom meeting, you don't have to tell me whether you want to go to toilet or not. Okay, you can say, okay, I need 5 minutes. I will come back in 5 minutes. Okay, but this is innocent, so I'm not complaining. It's a good thing that they tell us, but you're mature adults. Okay, you don't have to explain for that. It's your requirement, right? So please don't write those in a chat or tell in the meeting. You just say, I need to go. I need a break for 5 minutes. I'll come back. Okay. So that's one thing which I find that, little bit which you should avoid. You can use these lines. I'm sorry to, I need a moment. I'll back in 15 minutes, or I need to take a call. I'm sorry. All this word. My apologies that I need to leave for the meeting and take a call. So all these things can be used when you have to take a break. When you're back, of course, you can use that, hi, hey, I'm back, and important thing, like I said, in the Zoom meeting, again, my suggestion to all of you is that when you're taking a Zoom meeting, try to, on the camera as much as possible. Of course, many times you cannot do it. Like also it happens to me, because if I'm traveling or let's say I'm on the road outside, I cannot switch on the camera. But it's always good to back and show your face so that people know you are attentive. People know that you're listening to the things, and people know that you are talking to. Okay. Appreciation. Okay, that's one thing which I always believe. Like I told you earlier as well, appreciation always wins. Okay. So please, in your English word, in your English communication, try to appreciate more and more. Okay, that's only one thing you can win. Okay, you can make friends in your offices, in your community, and everywhere. If you start criticizing everyone, I'm telling you, you will not make anyone. Okay, so before criticizing or before giving feedback, please appreciate. Okay, if I don't like anything about Bintan, I will say, okay, Bintan, you're right, but I really want you to improve some. Okay, this is how it happens. Okay, if I don't like anything about Vinya, I will say, oh, Vinya, we all are the same, but I want you to improve on this few pages. Okay, so we all like appreciation, but we don't like criticism, everyone, and that's a fact. Okay, so don't just tell Vinya. I cannot say that. Okay, everyone, why you're not putting the camera on? I cannot say. No, next time you will not attend my Zoom. I promise you. So please, okay. So we have to be a little bit, understand, because it's also possible that, people may misunderstand you and in the meeting. So all this thing happens. Okay. So please use appreciation. And this is a magical formula. If you want to win over your boss, appreciate him. And you see, if you want to win over your colleague, start appreciating people. Okay. If your families, your sister, younger sister, brother, your parents, the more you appreciate, the more you become closer to them. Okay, when I say appreciate, don't flatter, don't flatter every day. Okay, And that flatter doesn't have appreciation. I mean, true appreciation. Okay. Always remember one thing in life, that we all have some issues and problems. Okay. No one is perfect in this world. Okay. I may have 5 problems or negatives. Okay. But I also have 95 good things. And okay. So try to see good things in people first. Okay. Before you try to criticize and do. And that is this is how you also improve your communications. Okay. If I always focus on the negative of someone, I cannot appreciate. Okay. But if I focus on the good thing of the people, I start appreciating. Okay. So that's what you start practice from today. From today, whenever you meet people, if your friend is rude to you in the Zoom, you get angry, right? But you forget many times he was nicer to you, right? So that is what appreciation is all about. So if anything happened in Zoom or in a call, it's one of the bad thing, but also try to think what the person good thing is. So try to be more appreciative. Okay, that's what I can tell you. Disagree, of course, we all disagree, but don't say that I don't like this. And I see many times when I do call with Indonesian friends and this, they say I don't like this. This is not right. Of course, like I said, you convert in Bahasa. Your intention is not that, but you convert in Bahasa. So I don't like it, or this is not good. But in English, it is very rude. Again, I'm telling you, if you just convert from Bahasa to English, it becomes very rude. So conversion in Bahasa to English, it becomes very, rude conversion. Okay, it's not a simple conversion. So that's why you need to use some word, okay, like I said, to tone down it, to make it more happy English word. Okay, so the word is that for example, I like your point, but my point is different, or I see your point, but my point is different. I am not sure that I can agree to your point. Your point is good, but I have a different view. So you cannot just simply convert into Bahasa and say that, because it will have a more impact. Okay. So these are some other things which are there. Of course, I'm going to share the meeting with this. I'm going to share just one quick thing, and then I will take some questions. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. So this one, like I said, when you start your meeting, you have to explain the agenda. This is very important. Sharing screen, it helps. Okay, whenever you're talking to someone. So let's say if you have to give the presentation in English, my suggestion is that you please make a good presentation. Okay, when I say good presentation, doesn't mean put too many lines. People don't like to see too many lines. Okay, you can ask people to share the screen. You can have the copy of the presentation. You can ask all this thing. Okay, and the best way is to send if you want to ask something, you can send on the chat. For example, today we are communicating. If you have any questions, put on the chat, raise your hand. Online meeting has all these features where you can communicate and talk to them. Okay. Okay. So all this thing I have already, I'll give it to you. This is, please do this. Of course, one suggestion to you, in the slide which I'm going to share, for example, recording. Can you record this meeting for me? Or can you please wait for a moment? Thank you for your patience. So can you please use the virtual background? Now, if you see one thing very common in this, okay? You see this word? See this word? You see this word? Okay? So all this word makes things very easy. That's what I was telling you. All this word. Okay? Now I talked to one one person in Indonesia. She's a native Indonesian. She only talks about from the Indonesian language. How her English is very polite, very polite. And I was thinking that how her English is so polite, and she's a native Indonesian speaker. And then I found that she used a lot of these words. all these words. Okay, so you can do this, and I'm going to share this with. So of course, this is all virtual meeting. Now, how to create an impact. Now, this is the last section which we are going to cover. Now, when you want to create an impact in Zoom and online meetings are boring. Okay, let me explain this. Okay, it's not exciting because there's no attention. You can do many things together. It's only you cannot feel the people vibe, positive or negative. So it has a lot of different challenges. Okay, so how you do a best way. So first you have to engage with the audience. Okay, now engage with the audience means you need to ask them to switch on the cameras. You need to ask them a lot of questions. Okay, now because this is 1 hour session, and I just wanted, but this is something which you can do. Ask more question. Okay, what are your views? Okay, or you can ask what is the solution. So if in your meeting, if there's so many people, I will ask. Okay, like for example, I'll just go to this one person. Okay, let me choose one person. Okay, I go to Hana Afira. Okay, she's from UWKS. So it's just like calling name of Hana Afira and say, Hana Afira, what do you think? How we can engage the audience? And let Hana Afira can give some answer. Okay, Hana, I'll ask you this question. Hana, you are there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So this is how you engage.
So,
Hana is responded to you. Hana. Yeah, please give me your feedback, suggestion. How to engage the audience?
okay, to engage with your audience, you can speak it with more interactions with them, and you can make sound like icebreaker before your presentation.
Okay, and how?
Or you can engage with your audience from ask questions.
Yes. Okay, good. So like, asking question is one of the good way to engage audience. Okay. Okay. Let me ask someone another friend. Okay. 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 Sorry, I'm finding someone. Okay. Aviril. Okay. Amelia, Mohammed, Alamsia, anyone? Nimia, Pascal. Anyone? Andreas. Okay, I asked Vinia. Vinia, how you can engage with audience? Give me one good idea.
Maybe Hana is true. Maybe can call the audience, and then maybe more interaction about a question, and then we can speak of that about your question. We can answer, and then maybe some jokes make fun for audience.
Okay.
Maybe for me, management with audience like that.
Okay. Yes. So you have to find some different innovative way. Okay. So one way could be, like for example, Komang, are you Cynthiawati? Okay. So let me ask, Komang, are you there? Are you there? Are you Komang? Are you Cynthiawati? No. So okay. So one way is to call out the name, ask them the question, ask them the views, give them the feedback and suggestion, some ideas. Okay. So you ask people to give some ideas. Okay, or something. Okay. So please, people, if you cannot put the camera on, but you need to at least respond so that the class can be interactive. Okay. And this is how the class should be interactive, because if you don't respond, the class becomes so boring. Okay. Now, one of the objective of learning is always sharing of ideas and information. Okay. So please, in case you can't put your camera on, at least respond. So that's one thing. So second thing is to engage with audience is that you need to put a lot of charts, interactive tools and charts, chart applications, okay? Like Mentimeter is one thing. Then there are a lot of, in Zoom, you can create a poll. Can you see Zoom? You can create a poll. You can create a poll, quiz, and everything. So that is another way. These are the polls. Can you see my screen in Zoom? Poll. Can you see poll? No, you can't see actually. Can you see my screen now? This poll. Now this is how you can create the polls in Zoom. Okay. So Zoom also have a lot of features where you can use all these things. So you don't have to go outside, but there are a lot of other social media which is there, where you can go and play some quizzes or do some games and etc. So please go for these tools, games. Okay. People like to make purchase after this. So basically you need to put more statistics. Okay. The more statistics you put is easy. So put numbers like this. Don't put too much of English, put less English and more numbers. Okay. And finally, some videos, explanation which can be done. Okay. So in short, what we are trying to do is that don't try to make interaction very boring. So again, to make interaction very in this, I think people should switch on the camera. You should interact more. Presentation should be very nice. A lot of PPT, ask a lot of questions. Put some polls number, all these numbers, because people like to see all these numbers like this. Okay, put all these numbers, and finally, don't put this much of content. I see a lot of people, they put this much of content. Don't put it. Nobody likes to see this content. Okay, nobody likes to see this content. So please use less content if possible. And idea is to keep it simple. Okay, and that's from my side. Okay, and one or more point that when you go for a meeting, okay, be confident and follow this point, simple points. Okay, and you will do good. So that's from my side. And now I'm open for any questions or any points you would like to discuss. Please go ahead. So if you have
Thank
any
you very
questions,
much.
yeah, and everything, please let me know.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nitin Gupta, for your presentation. And now for the Q&A session, we are encourage all of the participants to ask a question to Mr. Nitin Gupta.
Yes, this is business communication class, so please.
Yes.
You have
Please be more communicative. Yeah.
If you don't communicate me, then that's not the objective of this class. So please talk to me. Okay, I'm here. Please go ahead.